So we all know the names of people like Patrick Mahomes, Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, Tom Brady, and all professional athletes that we pretty much have to watch. Uh, the main purpose of naming those people is to show that playing more than one sport has benefits and can reduce the chance of injury and burnout. Um, Dr. Carissa Niehoff stated that students who play multiple sports have a reduced risk of overuse injury, can learn from multiple different coaches, and participate in cross training. So for me, I have played multiple sports my entire life. I've done things like football, basketball, wrestling, baseball, and taekwondo. And each of those things require a different type of training, which I was induced to during the sport. So football is obviously going to be a lot more physical than basketball or baseball. Basketball and wrestling have to do with a lot more conditioning. Baseball has to do with some conditioning, but it's a lot about arm strength, um, and trying to time it right to hit a baseball. Another quote that I found was from Tara Hackney, and she says participation in multiple sports can improve coordination and muscle control, meaning that a variety of movement leans into proper skill development. So, like I said, basketball, you learn how to dribble a ball, you learn plays. Baseball, you learn how to throw it, you learn how to hit, you learn how to field. Wrestling, you learn all that you can. Like for beginners, you start really simple. You start with trying to play defense and going into offense. But that's a lot more technical. Football, you learn how to get into a stance and you're put where, how athletic you are. Whether you be a lineman or a linebacker or a skilled guy, stuff like that. Just like there's physical benefits for playing more than one sport, there's also social and psychological benefits as well. The Wright brothers state that playing multiple sports help children develop a healthier sense of their identity. When they're kids. Parents have to remember that, and the kids do as well. For me personally, I didn't know really what I wanted to do in sports until I got late into high school. I mean, of course, when you're young and you're a kid, you want to be a professional football player, you want to be a professional baseball player, you want to be a professional wrestler, things like that. But when you're a kid, you just have to experience everything, be open to it, and when these kids, when you're a kid and you experience all these different sports, you learn about what it is exactly what you want to do. Playing more than one sport has more benefits, of course. Rob Bell states that, or talks about exposure to different conditions with different sports. Obviously, in different sports, you are exposed to different conditions, such as things like intensity, duration, things like that. So going back on my examples from earlier, wrestling is going to be really fast paced, about 2 to 3 minute periods at most. Within 3 periods, that's a 10-minute match if it goes the whole way. Football is about 2 to 3 hours, depending on the level, really. And, going up in the age range. Basketball is a lot of watching people run up and down the court, just like it is soccer. things like that. So playing different sports, playing more than one sport has obviously more benefits than just playing one. Because when you just stick to one, when you're forced to just play one, you're a lot more keen to get burned out and then not want to do it. But when you play more than one sport, you open the possibilities of finding something that you really like to do. So another example was me when I quit basketball after my freshman year and went into wrestling. It's something that I really got into really quick. It was new, it was fresh. I wasn't forced to do any of the sports I ever played, and I was free to do what I wanted to do, which was nice. Um, with with the injuries, you learn different muscle movements with different sports. Like I said earlier, again, different sports have different training for your muscles. So when you play football, you obviously want to be a little bit bigger, a little bit bulkier with your pads on. Basketball, you don't want to lift as much, and you're just trying to get into shape and be a fast-paced offense. For baseball, you want to be strong so you can hit the ball far and throw the ball hard. For wrestling, it's a lot of body weight stuff. Um, yeah, it's a lot of body weight stuff, throwing your own weight around because when you're wrestling your weight. So, in my conclusion, I just wanted to state that it is important to do more than one sport so you don't get burned out and ruin the possible potential a kid has by forcing him to do one sport.